Stampers. It's the Pampered Stamper, and happy Monday to you. It's time for Cheer Corner, and it's so good to be back. It's been 2 weeks. Last week, I was still with my daughter Rachel and LaShawn, who are now engaged. So we're super excited about that. We had gone to the province of Zeeland, where my dad is from, and the big highlight of going there was to go to the Watersnood Museum, which is a museum about the Great Flood of 1953. And my father almost died in that flood. He was stranded in the house on the second floor, not on the roof. When I was a kid, I used to end live video. My internet connection. It says I'm still live, guys. Did you hear me, Garim and Gerardo? I'm going to end it and start it again. Well, maybe not. I'm going to wait to see if I hear from any of you guys that it's still going. So my laptop died and resurrected, and now I'm back. So let's just see if this is going to be okay. It does say I'm still live, so let's hope that it is. So the last thing I was saying is that we went to Zeeland and we went to that museum because my dad, that was a big part of our family history. So he was stuck in the house for 3 days before he got rescued by helicopter. And a film crew actually came to Canada to film him and and his story, which was really neat. But anyway, today we are going to do another sketch in the sketch challenge. So I'm just going to hit the refresh button. I don't know if that will work. Oh no, that might not work. Gerard, can you go on your... You can see me? Okay, I guess I am live. All right, well, then we will soldier on. And I'm going to switch cameras. Now, on page 22 of the annual catalog are all these sketches, which I love. We are now on sketch 10, I believe. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so we're doing this one right here. Okay? And it's quite a basic sketch. So I decided to use Spotlight on Nature because I had to make a card with that set anyway. And I'm going to do something that I don't normally do. I'm going to give you a little glimpse at what we're going to do before we do it. Okay, so here we go. Let's see. Okay, hi Rose. Hello, Allie. I'm so glad that the laptop died and then it stopped for a minute and I was thinking that it wasn't working, but it is. So this is good. So this is half of the sheet. And let's see where... Did I do it here? No. I cut it in half already, and then I made a card. There we go. So here we have the whole piece. So what I did, and we'll make this in a minute, and then here is the finished card. And you can see what I've added. Can you see what I've added to the One Sheet Wonder that's not on the other piece? Take a look. So we're going to do this. This is the card that I made with the sketch, but I'm going to show you how we're going to do this. So let's see, we need a piece of grid paper. Let me find it. So I don't want to stamp on this beautiful background stuff. So here, my camera does not like the grid paper, which is why I often do not use it. I'm just going to move my camera a little bit. This might jiggle around a little bit. Don't get dizzy from it. Okay, let's move that over there. Now I'm a little closer to my computer so that you actually see me in the screen. Gerard and I have been planning our... Hi, Jean, how are you? We were planning our trip to visit my son in Nova Scotia, and it's his birthday today, so happy birthday, Oliver, in case Laura might be watching. He's 28, my second youngest. Okay, so we're going to start with a piece of 8.5 by 11, but I am using A4 cardstock, which is 21 inches by almost 29 or 29 point something. It's about 11 3/4 inches long, which is unusual. So what we're going to do, we're going to start with this leaf stamp. And I'm going to use Lucky Limeade. No, that's an old color. I'm going to use Lemon Lime Twist. And the neat thing when you're doing collage stamping is to also stamp off and to go over and off the edges. You'll get a nicer look. So, and also to turn the direction of your stamp. So we're going to do... So now you can see how you're getting different shades here. It doesn't take much to fill it all in. You can overlap too if you want. But I want to make sure I leave some space because I'm going to be adding some other images. You start with your biggest image, and then you go from big to small. Okay, I better get back in my film thing here. There's so many things to think about when you're doing a live video, and me being a squirrel, sometimes I screw up. That's okay because we're all human and we make mistakes, like not having your laptop charged all the way. And the reason for that is in case you heard me scolding Gerard, or I don't know, I'll listen to it later because I'm sure I'm going to be eating humble pie. That poor man has to suffer some abuse from me. He's much kinder than I am, okay? He is a better person than me. We were trying to find a rental car, and rental cars are so expensive. And so he had his laptop sitting beside my laptop. And what he basically said to me is, he says, well, you need to keep your laptop charged. And I'm like, yeah, honey, I know, but my laptop ended up beside yours on the table, and then it wasn't being charged. So we kind of like both did it.
When you started it, dan had je er meer aan moeten zetten.
Oh yeah, now he's telling me that when I started again, I should have plugged in my laptop when it went on my desk. And okay, so now I'm getting distracted. I'm going to stamp off, and then I'm going to turn this the other way. So, but then I had to charge my phone because I've lost my phone charger, and I charge my laptop and my phone with the same charger now. So yeah, a bit crazy. I'm just going to leave this like this now. This is a pretty big empty space, so I might do something in there yet. But now I need to find my butterfly, and my butterfly, and maybe I put it back in. I'm really hoping I did. Oh yeah, I did. Good. All right. Now, the problem with this butterfly is that it's only going one way. Like you can't make it go this way, then it's upside down. So you don't have as much creativity with the butterfly as if there were more butterflies. But the one other piece of advice that I have, hello, Janet, how are you? That I have when you're doing a collage is to make sure that you keep the same kind of, you can use different sets, but you want to have the same kind of line images. Otherwise, it doesn't look right. Okay. Oh, I almost stamped it in green. What I want to stamp it in is Gorgeous Grape. Now, I don't know if you guys had the same problem. Look, this is my Gorgeous Grape, and then this is the front of it. It faded from the sun. So sometimes I'm looking for a stamp set of color, and I don't think I have it because that doesn't look like Gorgeous Grape. So I have to read. But it is Gorgeous Grape. So now I'm going to go into the open spots. And I'm also going to stamp off. See how pretty that is? And you can even do it 3 times. There. So dark, medium, and light. So you've got 3 shades of purple. See, you can see how like you can go a few little different. Like I guess he could be kind of looking up at the sky. If you do end up going off in a dark color, you can't stamp again because then this is what it's going to look like. It's going to be half and half. Oh, that's not too bad, but you don't want to do that. I'm going to go here. You also don't want them all in a straight line, so you really do have to think a little bit. And then this is going to get cut into pieces, so that's helpful to know. Here, here, here. But look how pretty that's looking already. It's a beautiful butterfly. Up on the top. So some wings. Okay. This can be really a relaxing way to stamp. Stamp off. How many butterflies do we want? See, there's still a big open spot here. I'm going to do another leaf, I think. Another leaf in there. And I'm going to do it like this. There. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to use this little crosshatch stamp, okay? And I don't know if you guys have used the basic beige. It is beautiful. And we are going to use this also as our card base. It's nice. It's a softer than the crumb cake. And it's just a beautiful neutral. I really like it. Okay, so let's open that up. And we're going to stamp full strength and then off a little bit. It's nice to have it really super light too. So you can see how I'm turning a little bit. And the neat thing is that after we're all done, this is a bit time consuming, so if you're in a hurry, this is not video for you to watch. I was a little nervous about using this one because I didn't want my pattern paper to look splotchy, but it's actually working really well. I'm quite happy with it. And if you have suggestions for other stamps that will go really well, I did think of one, but it's retired, so that's not going to work. There. I think that looks quite nice. And now that this one I found to be the trickiest one. Now let's see if I put it back in the case. Okay, Jackie, think. Here it is. I did. Okay, wonderful. I'm always so happy when things are where they're supposed to be. Okay. So again, I'm going to use the basic beige for the dots. Did I use basic beige? It looks darker. Maybe I used old olive. Let's see what happens. That's basic beige. Did I use old olive? Okay, just let me grab old olive and we're going to see. I think old olive might be too dark. I don't remember using it, but let's see. We'll go near the edge. Oh yeah, that's really dark. But I want to... All right, no, we're not going to use old olive. I have in there, but I think I'm going to go back to... Well, it doesn't look like it. Always take notes when you're doing things so you can remember. Hello, Kathy Jean from Alberta. Hello, Shelley from California. It's so nice to see you guys. I already went swimming in the sea. It's a beautiful beach day today, and I'm wearing a linen top that I usually throw over top of my bathing suit. And I felt so blessed, so very blessed again today. I live in such a beautiful part of the Netherlands. It's so nice the proximity to the beach is just such a gift. And it's funny because Gerard and I we disagree a little bit about to best enjoy the beach. He loves the beach, but on nice beach days, he prefers to kind of have a little snooze in the shade on our patio, or he lays in the sun to get tan, and then he likes to go to the beach at night. And I'm like, oh, but it's so beautiful to swim, but the water has to be warmer. It's too cold for him. And the funny thing is that he's a heater and I'm always cold. But yeah, funny, eh? We're all different. Okay, so I think this is good. And now we're going to cut it up. Okay, so we have our one sheet wonder. We're going to cut it. So if you're at home in Canada, hello, Barbara from Arizona. So nice to have you. Hello, Jackie from Port Dover. So nice. Hey, guys, there's room for you at my St. Jacob's retreat, okay? It's going to be so much fun. People are trickling in. We're at 59. We were at 60, but one girl couldn't get time off of work. So, oh, I'm so glad you're liking it. I love it too. I love those colors. I was going to do something different, but I thought no. So if you're in Canada or the States, you're going to cut at 4 inches. If you're in Europe, you're cutting at 10 centimeters. Okay, so 4 inches by 5 1/4 or 10 centimeters by 14.35. And then the trick is with the one sheet wonder, once you have it cut down to the size that you want, you can add more stuff. This is your paper, and no one's going to know that you didn't do it right away. Okay, so now you have your piece. Look, that looks great. And now we're going to add the pièce de résistance. Okay, so what I want to do, I'm just going to get that grid paper out of the way for a minute, and you can see how pretty it is. Look how nice that looks. Now I want to add in some texture. I didn't want to add another color, but I wanted to add this beautiful flower that comes in the set. So my idea, my inspiration this morning was, I've got some green on here. Let's get the chamois. Anyway, the St. Jacob's retreat is going to be so much fun, and I don't make money on it per se because I have to pay a lot of money for the hotel, and I put your money towards the hotel and towards all your Stampin' stuff. You get as much as I could possibly give you. And I've got it figured out. So if you want to join, I need your email address. Ask me for the link. I'll give it to you. People from everywhere are welcome. Okay, so now what I need is Versamark. Now, before we do this, okay, because I've made this mistake, we're not sure, the ink does dry really quickly. Hello, Sharon from Sturgeon Falls. I love where you live. That is so nice in Muskoka. I've got a hair in my face. I'm looking. Yes, good, good, good. I'm going to use the chamois, not the chamois, the little, what's that thing called? Help me out, guys. What is that? Why? Oh, the embossing buddy. That's what it's called. And the embossing buddy comes in this tray. The embossing buddy, and then it comes with tweezers and a little brush, neither of which I can find right now. That's okay. I'm going to take the buddy and we're going to rub it all over, just in case that ink wasn't completely dry. And then we are going to take the Versamark pad, and you know what? I still have my other inks open, so I'm going to close them so I don't get my hand in them, because that's not fun. Okay, I always say I look like a mechanic. All right, so tap, tap, tap with the Versamark. And remember with your Versamark, it doesn't matter if it starts looking dingy, but do make sure that you give it a re-inker every once in a while. So now I'm going to take this, and I'm going to put one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I should have had my grid paper underneath, but whatever. And now I'm going to put on the other side, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to white embossing. So look at this. And it's subtle, but it gives you a texture and it doesn't interfere with your stamping. There we go. And then just tap it. Some of it will fall back in the pot. Some of it will stay in the tray. So you can see now, maybe I need to pour a little bit on top. I'm getting my hands on it. That's not good. But generally speaking, if your embossing isn't turning out the way you want, it's because your Versamark pad hasn't been inked up. Hello, Julie. Okay, let me grab, I might not be in the picture at the top left for a minute because I'm going to go around my table and grab my heat embossing gun. All right. I think it might reach. Okay, good, good, good. And sorry for those of you that I'm popping in and out. I've got, I guess I can show you here, silly girl. Super heavy duty tweezers. These are so heavy, and a great brush. So now, if you don't want to burn your fingers, you can just use the tweezers to hold on. And I haven't done anything with that. Let's see if I can reach. I'm going to have to do it with my left hand, okay? So don't laugh at me. All right, now we're just going to hold it in one spot till it starts turning. And you'll see it turn from kind of a dull beige to a shiny white. Let's see, it takes a little patience. And I think it's starting. Oh yeah, there it goes. And so you just start slowly moving your heat gun as your image starts turning white. And I tried to angle it a little bit so I can see. That looks good. Oh, now, just a minute. I've got to move my tweezers because I can feel the heat. Okay. So you can see this now. Look, I'm just going to see on the one side it's white, and now here it's kind of dark still. All right, let's take a look. This is so awkward when you do it with your wrong hand. Oh my goodness. There it goes. I don't know how well you can see it in the video, but heat embossing was one of the first things that really got me excited about stamping. And I think it's all good. It's really hard to do it when you're doing this on video, but take a look how nice that looks. It's shiny. If you turn it this way and that, then if you see shine and nothing dull, then it's good. If you're brave, you can go like this, and there's a raised edge. It's just really beautiful. There we go. See how nice that looks? Now let's say you want to up the ante just a little bit more. I have one more trick to share with you. Let me grab my grid paper now, and we're going to grab a blend. So I'm going to get a dark, gorgeous grape blend. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I got the wrong one. Oh, of course I'm not finding the right one. You know what? Maybe there isn't a gorgeous grape blend. I've got Highland Heather here, and now I've got the brush tip, and you need a bone folder, and then you're going to whack it. And it gives a nice spray. You're not brushing against the tip, you're just giving it a little spank. And it gives a nice, gentle spray. Look at that. Isn't that nice? It's nicer than a stamp. The stamp is nice, but that little spray gives it just a little bit of extra. And now, if, well, let me just put the lid on. You need to hear that click, okay? I still think it needs a little bit more. So I'm going to take my gorgeous grape ink pad, and I'm going to add one right here and down here. And maybe stamp off here. Maybe I've got too many butterflies now. I think I have gone overboard. Look, I've got 3 in a row and they're almost at the same level. That is not the look I was going for. But you know what? There's one other thing I want to show you. Remember I was telling you about line images and how the stamps should go together? I chose an image from the country birdhouse, and it's the flower. But that flower doesn't fit, I don't think, with the rest of the stamps. So you can decide. I think it's too cutesy compared to the beautiful, realistic line images from this stamp. So that's just a thought. I just thought of the proof is in the pudding. I wanted to show you. Okay, so let's finish up hard. You can tell me which one you like better. I think my first one is better. I got carried away with my butterflies there. So we're going to add this now to the card base, and we can get rid of the grid paper. And, you know, other demonstrators are so much more organized than I am. We're not supposed to compare ourselves. They always manage to keep the place where they're stamping all nice and clean, and I'm like, how do you do this? I can't do it. All right, I need some glue. So we're going to use some, I love using what some people call the green glue. And I had a newbie on Saturday at my class, and she said this glue is great. So yeah, I take it for granted, but it is great glue. You think all glue is equal? It isn't. It really isn't. Okay, so here we go. We're going to lay this on here and slide it into position. And it looks, oh, it just slid out of the way. That's not good. But you see, I could fix it. And that happens, even to me, after all these years. It's really easy to still make mistakes. It keeps us humble. See, you've got my 3 butterflies. They're all in a row. There must have been a really nice smelling flower underneath here. They're all going for the gold, people. Okay, so now I have a couple of options. So the sketch showed the rectangles, it showed a ribbon, and it showed a banner. So the banner, the rectangles are the deckled rectangles, and the banner, let's see, what are they really called? They're called deckled rectangle dies, so I was right. And then the banner comes from the stylish shapes dies. And I use this little guy right here. He fits right in here. And I've cut him out in gorgeous grape. And then we're just going to cut it in half. Grab my scissors. Now I might have to go searching. Oh no, I have them here. Good, good, good. And look at this. I'm really smart sometimes. Here I have that option and I have this option, and look what I did. I took this out of here because look, this is going to cover it up anyway at some point. So let's have a look. Do we want, see, it looks totally different with a purple, but then see, we might not want the purple banner. We'll see. Well, maybe tone on tone is good. So here it is with the green, but see how the card looks completely different with the purple? I think I like the green better though. I think the purple just is too in your face. Hi Linda, so nice to see you from Michigan, one of my favorite states. Okay, I think it has to be this one, but I'd love to hear what you guys think. I think that with the purple, if you compare the two, the purple just jumps out and takes over the whole card. Whereas this one, it kind of blends in and the focus is still on the pretty paper. Okay, so let's see what words we're going to use. I also, did you know that the Spotlight on Nature comes with really nice dies? So here's the stamp set again. Let me see if I can find the dies. I have, oh yeah, they're right in front of my face. Here are the dies that go with this set. And there's two, let me show you, there's lots of them. Look. So you can layer them. Aren't they beautiful? So what I did was I cut one out. If I could, oh yeah, here it is, right here. And this doesn't fit the sketch, but I want to show you what it's going to look like. Okay, and then the words that I used, I've got so much stuff happening on my desk, is a new one called Everyday Greetings. And I really wanted to show it to you. I'm just looking under my paper to see if it's around. Oh yeah, here it is. Everyday Greetings, look. So you can combine, there's different fonts and different words. And I froze. Oh no, there we go again. Okay, must be an internet issue. I want to do Where There Is Heartache, Let There Be Healing. Last week, I received news that one of my cousins has stage 4 cancer, and my aunt died. So we have the funeral tomorrow. And then my other aunt has Parkinson's and lung cancer. So it's been a bit of a doozy. So I thought, well, that is a really nice saying. So I'm going to stamp it in gorgeous grape, just so you can see how pretty it looks with that beautiful die. Now, it is July 29th, so you have 3 more days, the 29th, the 30th, and the 31st, where when you spend $60, you get a $6 bonus coupon that you can use in August. So I'm going to do this off to the side, and that works also if you are a demonstrator. And then, take a look at this. I'm going to maybe do this in gorgeous grape again, but stamp off. So I just inked it up, and then I'm just going to do this. No, I better not. I'm going to do it here, stamp off, and then, sorry, I'm just really, oh, see, I almost lost my thing. Thanks for putting up with me, guys. I can be pretty squirrely, and that can be really irritating. Okay, so now, isn't that nice? Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Now let's take a look. Here we have it. So this is not the sketch, but I'm not sure if that's too busy on here. I think it might be too busy. You'd have to put another layer of green around it. So I just wanted to show you, but you can see that that doesn't necessarily work. I don't know. Maybe if you pop it up, if I put it down here, that works. Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, that was just an aside. Okay. Now, let's do this. This thing itself comes with thanks and dear friend. I did You Are a Shining Light, and that comes from You Are Beautiful. So because this is Cheer Corner, and I completely forgot to say this at the beginning of my my video, and the reason I forgot is, of course, because my laptop died and I just got started. But Cheer Corner is all about changing the world one card at a time. Like, we can make a difference. We do make a difference. So each one of you that's watching this video right now, if you are a card maker, you are making a difference as long as you're sending those cards away. But if you know someone who needs to pick me up, some happy mail, let me know and nominate them and tell me why. Okay. So this one says you are a shining light. I think that I want to do you are beautiful because we don't often believe that about ourselves. And I'm going to post a picture on my Instagram, and you can just see the top of me. But I just went swimming, and guess what? I am 57 years old. I am not in great shape. I do not have a perfect body. But I was wearing a bikini. Not an eeny, beeny, bitty, bitty bikini, but a bikini, a two-piece, not a tankini, a bikini. You could see my tummy. Well, you would not believe how nervous I was when I did that for the first time. But being here in the Netherlands, I learned from observation that people here are just super relaxed. They say, you know what, you're not that important. You're just another body. And no body is perfect. So you just show up the way you are at the beach. Nobody's looking. Nobody cares. Everybody's there just to have a nice time. Everybody is there to enjoy the beautiful nature and to relax. And it is so liberating. Um, my daughter Rachel was here, right? And they got to the beach before me, and I was looking for them. And LaShawn says, "Oh, there's your mom." And Rachel goes, "No, that's not mom." And it was me. And she said, "Mom, you were walking in your bikini with no cover up, and you looked so confident. I didn't believe it was you." Hello, Julie Marie. Welcome. So that made me super happy. I thought, you know what? I have conquered that feeling. I used to think that only perfect bodies could wear a bikini. So yeah, that's a bit of a revelation. Oh, you know what I was supposed to do? Okay, we'll see the difference now. In this card, I tucked that cute little banner in between the two layers, but now I've been too quick, so that's not going to happen, and we'll see what we like better. There. So the idea is that I take you along in the creative process so that you can see the difference in things. So I'm just going to put a little dot of liquid adhesive here, and then just keep one out of the way. And I'm going to lay this one down, and I want about that much sticking out. I'm eyeballing it so it's kind of in the middle. The grid paper does help for that. You can lay it on your grid paper if you really worry about those things. I'm pretty casual in my card making. Well, that's what I say, but if it's really off, I fix it too. And that's the nice thing about liquid adhesive. There. Okay. I kind of, well, I should keep my mouth shut, and you guys can tell me what you think. Okay. So now we're going to pop it up. And before I do that, I'm going to take my linen thread. And what I do is I just wrap it around my hand. Look at my ring is upside down. Put that like so. 1, 2, and then I'm going to cut it. And then you can twist it into a figure 8 if you want, or you can just kind of let it go on its own. And then I just want it sticking out on either side. And if you want them to be a little uneven, just give it a little tug. And then the one side is bigger than the other. We'll see what happens. I might be tugging on the same one. All right, now I'm in trouble because my tearing tape is a little ways away. So scissors are going to be my friend. Hello, Joy. So nice to see you. Well, see you. I say see you, but you know what? I really feel like I am seeing you. I'm looking at the little green dot on my screen, and you guys are just on the other side. I have a great imagination. So I'm just really happy to see the familiar names. So now I've just torn off a piece of tearing tape, and I'm just going to wrap it over top. And I'm just going to leave it like that. And then now, see, my biggest challenge in doing these videos is finding my things. I just had my dimensionals. I promise you I did. And they are on the table. So this is good. At least I'm finding my things. This is good. I know you guys can relate, right? We're busy. We're creative. We're doing things. We can't always remember. All right. I could put one in the middle. You know what? I'm feeling generous with my dimensionals. There's one going in the middle. And now I'm going to pop this up. And now I have 2 cards. So that means I can keep one for display. And I'm going to have big display boards at St. Jacobs. So that way you can be inspired. And look at that. I still have to laugh. So like this card is going to make me smile every time because of the 3 I did not intend to get those 3 butterflies in a row like that, but I sure did a good job, didn't I? Okay, now take a look. Which one do you like better? See, this one, because of it's just random, right? But this one has that big leaf going across, and yeah, I see. I was going to say something again. Do you like the banner tucked in between, or do you like the banner underneath? Both of them. This one, because it has a smaller sentiment, feels a little more spacious. Um, yeah, a little more clean and simple. But they're both beautiful cards. So it's amazing how even with the very same elements, 2 cards can look completely different. And then this one will be just for another. I'll share this one with you later, with a different card. See, if I cover up that one butterfly, then this actually looks quite nice, I think. And it could go this. No, it can't go this way. Okay. All right, guys, that is a wrap. Don't forget to nominate someone, and please do consider coming to the St. Jacob's retreat. It's going to be so much fun. Let me just go back to here. Whenever people gather together, stampers, demonstrators, friends, women, men are welcome. Last time we didn't have any men, but I've always enjoyed my male stampers. They're very creative. But magic happens when you get together with a group of women who share your hobby and your joys. And I delight in doing these retreats. It brings me so much joy to bring women together and to give them a good experience. So you're going to have a great package of Stampin' Up goodies. The cost is $199. $50 of that covers the hotel room. Okay, not your room to sleep, but our room to stamp. It's a big, beautiful room with floor-to-ceiling windows, and it's in the beautiful town of St. Jacobs, which is in southwestern Ontario, in the heart of Mennonite country. So I can guarantee you that you are going to have a lovely time. There are already so many amazing people registered, and so many of them have shared wonderful testimonials of their experience last year at how much fun it was. So the email will be going out tonight with what you will be getting in your goodie bag, because there's a lot of demonstrators coming and they don't want to order doubles. So that way they know what not to order from the new holiday mini. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being with me today for Cheer